What's poppin', y'all? Klay Thompson is finally speaking out, or acting out, after his public breakup with Megan Thee Stallion, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kinda lame. First off, we got this clip.
Gonna be back on the high seas. Come on, fellas. Nothing like it. Long time, so the rhythm might not be there, but the passion is always there. God, feels good to be back. Nothing like the ocean, I'm telling you. Big Blue. Oh, hey, this is my jam right here, boys. Come on. Oh, yeah. I'm thinking just like, if I see a fat sheep that, I'm pulling the trigger. You know? I'm not out here trying to...
I think this, off the rip, it was kind of cool, right? Like, he hops on IG Live, he's got a bunch of viewers on IG Live. He's not directly talking about her, but he's throwing a couple of subs, or what could be interpreted as subs. Now, we know he likes fishing, we know he likes to be on boats, but what is Megan Thee Stallion's thing? Oh, I'm gonna drive the boat. And he just broke up. He doesn't mention her at all. You know, he's sipping on his coffee. He's off at sea. He's vibing. He's enjoying himself. He's being happy. And one person that is going to be on Klay Thompson's side, of course, is Academics. And Academics, he gasses this post up and says, nah, mans was stressed out by that girl. I know one of them ones. He definitely does. I mean, his ex-girlfriend was cracking eggs on top of his head like she was meal prepping on live stream. It's crazy. I know, that's one of the craziest clips I've ever seen. He hella happy as hell just being single on his boat with no annoying bid to answer to. Being with that bid was like hell on earth. Trust me, we do trust you. Every time is it just me? But every time I see the word trust me, I just hear the trust me, Danny, like the production, the thing that used to be on I Love McConaughey's tracks back in the day. I just hear McConaughey's voice with that. So McConaughey, congratulations, because you've incepted that into my mind for damn near a decade now. And he would also reply once again saying, this what Klay Thompson thought Shorty meant when she said her hobbies was driving the boat. Not no ratchet ghetto-ish he found out she was into. Let's be honest. Hold on. Nobody found out that Meg was into anything. She was so public about everything, but we're going to hold off on that because an individual on IG would catch the attention of Klay Thompson with the following clip.
I'm quite sure Klay Thompson got a different version of what the hell happened. You don't see him talking about it. He don't deserve that. He's a great NBA player and a future Hall of Famer.
But he's also a cheater. You got this so far down your throat, you can't even hear yourself right now. Stop asking society to police relationships. What the fuck are you talking about, Stephen A, while you're sitting on your podcast talking about these people relationships that you don't know about? Yo, I cannot stand this. Niggas like Stephen A don't have a moral compass. Like Stephen A, this is what they do, guys. They say, I can make money off these dumb niggas in this corner right over here. Because these dumb niggas in this corner right over here don't have a lot of community. As a public figure, if I put a little bit of fuel to the fire of these dumb niggas in the corner that don't have a avenue, well, Matt, why can't they express themselves? Because they're a bunch of lame who hate women. Stephen A still goes, though, I gotta jump on this. These is things that you shouldn't even have came to the internet to talk about. Bro, you're on it, the podcast Straight Shooter. That's what you do, Stephen A. You talk about politics. Now, all of a sudden, Stephen A talking about the culture, and why do you think that is? It's because Stephen A realized he can make money off of it. I be trying to not talk about this dumb ass, lame damn near 60-year-old man. I be trying not to talk about this because I'm like, I understand this is what Stephen A wants. The bigger Stephen A's name gets, the better it will be for him and his pockets and the white people pockets that he's borrowing from. Stephen A will do whatever, even if it is continue culture wars between men and women, especially black men and women. He will do whatever as long as it keeps his paid. This is after $100 million contract. I'm so tired of giving these the authority to sit here and get off dumb like this, bro. He's cheated before, not with the same woman, but with different women. He's cheated on them before. And you got like Stephen A being like, Klay Thompson's such a good guy.
So off rip, this guy misinterprets what Stephen A. Smith said, because towards the end he says, oh yeah, he's such a great guy. No, he didn't say that. All right, this is how you know this guy's shilling. He's shill. But listen, dude, play your game. Play your game. I respect the shooter. This guy's shilling for Megan Thee Stallion fans, which you really don't want to shill for them. Trust me. No, actually, don't trust me. I don't know the difference. But he said he doesn't deserve that. He's a great NBA player and future Hall of Famer. He didn't say he's a great guy. He didn't say he's a great hubby. He didn't say he's a great and honorable person in relationships. He's saying that if you break up, you should try to make it seem amicable in public, or just say we went our separate ways like most celebrity breakups, even when cheating happens, instead of throwing him under the bus saying, oh, F this dude after all that you were doing with him. And on top of that, making a statement with your lawyer to try and harm his image, because you know his public image is important to him, especially as an NBA player. He's got big sneaker deals. Is he at the tail end of his career? Regardless, no matter what, you guys are both public figures, and he has yet to say anything about her publicly. He could probably say a lot, but he didn't. And this is another person that hasn't said much about it, like Partisan Fontaine. He was a guy that went through hell and back with her, and he dropped some information on a track, but he didn't say much about her either when they broke up. And she's always got a bunch to say. So to try to make it seem like Stephen A. Smith, like what, he hates women? No, he's just saying, and he's not shilling for Klay Thompson. He's not playing, captain defense for him. He's just saying, hey, look, have some respect. You're both public figures. When you get out of this, don't react emotionally. But that's what she did. But this isn't about this guy. It's about Klay Thompson, because Klay Thompson would respond to this, which it triggered him, because he would say, please go touch grass. And you see the comments on this, like you just see it's women. So you know what audience this hit. And they said, no one rides an NBA player pee-pee like another man. True. I can't argue with her there. That's a fact. I can't wait for Megan Thee Stallion to drop tracks dissing him. They're going to be more pissed off. How are you going to talk ish? Meg is a rapper poet. Don't date a rapper poet if you can't handle the heat. Well, behavior and what you say on a track is completely different. And on top of that, we would have preferred if she talked about it on the music. But she didn't. She made a statement on her IG, and then she made a real statement to the press, which is an attempt of a scorned individual to try to ruin the other person's reputation. But you look at Klay Thompson's replies, and they are torching him. This guy said, stop touching other women, gang. Take some accountability. Now, we don't even know who he cheated with. Like I said, my whole theory was that she was bringing other women into their relationship, and she wanted to cut that out, and then he cheated after that. That's my theory, because she wanted to do the whole get married thing. And Klay Thompson never said anything. He never said, I never cheated. He never said anything about her. But of course, this guy ratios Klay Thompson, and the ratio doesn't mean too much, because yes, you put this in front of an audience that supports Megan Thee Stallion, anybody that says anything is going to get buried underneath it. But it's Klay Thompson's behavior that I don't find it's just not cool. Like, Klay Thompson should just keep it pushing. Why does he need to go back and forth? Why does he need to respond to IG posts? Like, you're lowering yourself to responding to some random guy that none of us know for what? Clearly, it had to have pushed a button, which means that he's hurt over the situation, which is the opposite of what he was trying to exhibit on that IG live, which is just him out on the boat. And when Academics was saying that, oh, yo, he just found out that she was ratchet and ghetto. No, he didn't. Like, do you listen to Megan Thee Stallion's music? Megan Thee Stallion was involved in a situation where she was lying on public television, and she got into a fight with her best friend over a guy. You're telling me that he thought she was just a great girl that just accidentally found herself like that, and he just decided to stay with her? And then he finds out later, oh my God, she just turned crazy on me. Come on, dog. He knew what it was. He knew what it was when he got into a relationship with her. Because if Megan Thee Stallion, like Cardi B, when Cardi B got with Stephon Diggs, somebody like Academics or anybody in general, they're not going to say, yo, damn, poor Cardi B, she just got into a relationship with him and she had no idea that he was going to father several kids while he was with her. No. Because Stephon Diggs is that type of guy. You saw his own teammates saying like, yo, this is the biggest dog. And that's where I say Stephon Diggs handles the situation better. Stephon Diggs, I think him and Cardi broke up. I don't even know their situation, but she's pregnant. She has his kid. Meanwhile, other chicks are having his kid too. And what does he say? Nothing. Dude just keeps it pushing. Like, this is Stephon Diggs. He's a player. That's who he is. That's his identity. He's not trying to portray that. With Klay Thompson, people are having to dig and find photos of Klay with other chicks at a party. And really, we don't really know much about Klay Thompson. Like, we know Steph Curry's a family man. We know Devin Booker, he was dating Kim Kardashian, or not Kim, Kendall Jenner. We know certain players in the NBA. Okay, like we know Zion Williamson, every ghetto chick that has done X-rated stuff, he's probably messed with and paid. Yeah, we know that. We know that. But with Klay Thompson, we don't really know. Do we know him to be a cheater? And if he is a serial cheater, he's been in relationships with other chicks in the past. I don't even know who he's been in a relationship with. So if he's a serial cheater, it means he cheated on them too. And that never came out. So those anonymous women had enough grace to not expose him, but Megan Thee Stallion does it. But that's my point with Klay Thompson. It's like, yo, you just got to keep it pushing, and people would forget about this. So I think he may not be able to handle the heat on social media right now because a lot of people are probably on his page, DMing him, especially Megan Thee Stallion fans when she's trying to play the sympathy card. But like I said, Megan Thee Stallion, she should just match this energy, and she should have this, F men mentality, rally her fans up, and Klay Thompson should just not speak on it because you've never spoken on relationships before. So why would you be speaking on it right now? And you seem a lot more bothered. Like, her being bothered, it doesn't harm her, whatever. It doesn't come across as lame. It does come across as try hard to try to run the victim narrative, like I said. But right now, she's got the better of him in this post-breakup beef that they're going and getting on with. And Klay Thompson only gets paid off of his performance on the court and somewhat his celebrity status, I guess, for getting deals. Megan Thee Stallion, the more you do talking in public, the more material she has to go off of because she is half rapper, half social media / celebrity figure. So she can benefit a lot more. So the more that he talks, the more that this relationship keeps getting mentioned due to Klay Thompson engaging with it in any type of capacity, the more he's benefiting Megan Thee Stallion, who's somebody that tried to ruin his public reputation by making those statements. So he should just shut up, keep it pushing. The best thing Klay Thompson could do is pop out with the opposite of Megan Thee Stallion. Get another celebrity girlfriend, get booed up with her, and make sure that she is she's just the opposite of Megan Thee Stallion in every which way possible. Of course, she's going to have to be beautiful and just become in love again. Fake relationship. They probably have some agencies that run these things for them, right? That's the best thing he could do. Now, will he do that? I don't know. I genuinely think he's hurt by this because we saw Klay was with her and she was yelling at these award shows. Klay Thompson was with her. She got him a watch. He was happy. He was in love with this chick. We're not going to play it off like Klay Thompson was, he was just player, kept a player the whole time. He knew what he was doing. No, he didn't, because everybody else kept it secret when they were cracking Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, she was in bed with G-Eazy. We don't know what happened there. But everybody else was like, I did my 2 to 6 weeks with her, or 6 to 8 weeks maximum. Klay Thompson was taking her to public events, doing all this other stuff. So we're not, like, guys are trying to run this narrative that, Klay Thompson, he's good. No, he's not good. He's hurt. He's bothered. He's heartbroken. And this is evidence of that. And that's cool, but just don't bring it to the public. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.